There's no place I'd rather be.
Hey guys, welcome back to Talking Blues. Welcome back to another video. We hope you're all doing well today. We're your hosts, Ben and Mark. Before we get into this video, please make sure you like, comment, subscribe, turn the notification bell icon on to be notified when we upload. Share this video out as much as possible, guys. It really helps us out. We're on our way to 200 subscribers. Reminder for you all, guys. At 200 subscribers, we will be playing Sabutio for you live on the channel. So, be ready for that. We can't wait to do that for you. So get subscribing, and let's get to that 200 subscriber mark. So, today's video is 3 players that will benefit or change or make better Graham Potter's Chelsea. We have 3 players that we have come together to pick that we think that will make Graham Potter's Chelsea better. The way we're going to do this is we're going to discuss who they are, what position do they play, what's their past history of playing football, you know, what's their situation, what's their style of play, what attributes do they have. So we're going to look at different attributes they have and what they can do to what those attributes can do to benefit to Potter's play. And then we're going to give our thoughts on why we think they're going to do what we think they're going to do. So, moving into the first player, we have Kearney Chukawa, a centre midfielder and a central attacking midfielder who plays for the England under-18s, and I think he's played for the England under-21s. I'm not entirely sure. Bought him from Aston Villa just in this transfer window, just gone for £15 million. I think this is an exciting young player, and I do think he's someone that could really benefit playing under someone like Graham Potter, who likes to use youth, who likes to use, you know, the younger players and bring them through and turn them into absolute superstars. I mean, look at Tariq Lamptey at Brighton. Look what Graham Potter did with him. That was an exceptional sort of bit of business by Brighton, and do you know what? I wish we had kept him now, because look at what he could have become for Chelsea. But it is what it is. Dad, your thoughts on Kearney Chukawa?
Yeah, you know, he was a good midfielder for Aston Villa. Yeah, you know, he's played, you know, under 18s, under 19s. You know, he's scored a few goals in his past. I think, you know, only two or three was it with Aston Villa.
Yeah.
But you know, he's got many years ahead of him, and I think, you know, Graham Potter could get the best out of him, as you say, playing as a midfielder or attacking midfielder, and, you know, the rotation of the team forms. So, yeah, I think, you know, he could sort of utilise him to his full potential.
Exactly. I mean, looking at Graham Potter's style of football, it's fast, fluid, it's adaptable, it's interchangeable. Players are constantly moving position to get numerical overloads in the half spaces and to get into the box and overload teams. And I think Chukwuemeka's got that excellent pressing game. He's quick on the ball. He's intelligent when it comes to, you know, taking on a player or two. He's got that driving force, that driving ability, and I do think he would be effective in the number 10 role for Graham Potter. I think we have to look at how Graham Potter has developed youth. That's important, and I think Kearney Chukawa will do something special at Chelsea. Dad, do you think Potter should be giving him a chance now and getting him into the team, developing him and developing his skills and attributes and making sure that he can use those attributes best suited to the team?
Yeah, sure. You know, he's a young player, and I think he needs to be utilised to the best of his abilities. You know, as I say, he's young, plenty of years in him. This is the time now to start giving him, you know, more senior experience, yes, and making him part of the Chelsea future team.
Exactly, I totally agree. You know, I think he could be a good player, and I do think he's a generational player. You know, I don't think you're going to see something like this again. I mean, you've got the likes of Jude Bellingham out there, and you've got the likes of, you know, other midfielders who are young and potential. But Kearney Chukawa is something different. He's a pressing machine. He's energetic. He's tall. He's quick. He's got good ball carrying skills, and I think he will be a real asset to Chelsea if Graham Potter uses him correctly.
This is what we need. And if you look at previous Chelsea games, you know, and I'm going back to the old Chelsea, you know, to, you know, the Chelsea we got today. When they've played a fast game, yeah, and, you know, with good strategy, this is where we've taken advantage, we've scored goals, and it's always been where they slowing the game down, yeah, for themselves. And I always say, oh my God, you know, we better get back to as we were playing 10, 15 minutes ago. And all of a sudden, you know, the opposition team has equalised, yeah?
Yeah, and that can't happen.
This is
we
what's
need to be
happening
constantly playing. We need to be constantly playing
Fast
fast,
football.
energetic football.
Fluidity.
Constant.
Yeah.
As soon as we get that first goal, we've got to think, right, we've got to get the second, the third, the fourth, the fifth, so on and so forth. We can't be lackadaisy with it. We have to keep progressing. And I think this is what Graham Potter is going to instill in the Chelsea boys. I think it was instilled into Thomas Tuchel that we could get a win, a scrappy 1-0 win. It was also instilled into Mourinho that we could do that. But it was under the likes of Ancelotti that we were get goals. Goals win games. Goals wins games. You know, and I think we were trying to repeat that. Look at the 7-0 against Aston Villa, the 7-0 against Stoke City, the 8-0 against Wigan. We always had that want and that willing to score more.
But you look in any sport, you know, whether it be a team sport, whether it be an individual sport, yeah, and it's always about, you know, speed and agility, and that's what wins you, you know, whatever, you know, the end prize is. But speed and agility, and as I say, in team, it's everybody being in sync and singing from the same hymn book, yeah?
Yeah, and I think, you know, Kearney Chukawa, you know, epitomises energy. He epitomises bravery on the ball, and I do think that's what's going to carry him forward. And I think with that interchangeable style with Graham Potter's, I think that's where we could see the best out of him. Moving on to the next player, we're going to move on to Christian Pulisic. Now, there's been a lot of talk with Pulisic over the last few days that he wasn't happy with Thomas Tuchel. Because he played him in the Champions League semi-final. If you haven't seen Christian Pulisic's documentary with Chelsea, go and give it a watch. It's absolutely fantastic. He was told he was going to play from the first minute against Real Madrid in the second leg, as he started the first leg and scored and played well. And then he was dropped at the last minute. I think, you know, Christian Pulisic has to say what he's going to say. Excuse me, guys, I've got a nasty cold. But yeah, guys, Christian Pulisic. What position does he play? He's a left midfielder. He can play left midfield, right midfield, attacking midfield, left wing back, right wing back. He can do the lot. And I think he's not great at left wing back, and he's not great at right wing back. But I don't see Graham Potter's wing-backs as actual wing-backs. I see them more as out-wide wingers. And I think this is where Pulisic can come good. Pulisic can get in between in between players and run with the ball. He's got that intelligence and that natural. He's got that Eden Hazard-esque. When he's at his best, he's got that Eden Hazard-esque. And I do think under Graham Potter, he could thrive. Dad, your thoughts on Pulisic?
Yeah, you know, looking back, when Pulisic first came to us, and am I right in saying it was around about 2019 something?
Yeah, when Frank Lampard was in charge.
Yeah, and you know he was scoring goals quite right, left, and centre. He's got like 20 odd goals, hasn't he? Something around that, you know.
Yeah.
I can't, you know, be too precise, but here. I think after his injury as well, he hadn't lost his way. I'm not sure whether the confidence had been beaten out of him, as to say. And I don't think he worked very well with Tuchel. You know, as we all say, Thomas Tuchel's a great manager. Yeah, you know, his resume showed that, you know, winning the Champions League. But something happened to Pulisic, yeah?
Yeah.
But if you look, he's slowly coming back, yeah?
Slowly
Slowly, yeah?
We need to see that
But,
quickly,
you know,
though.
he's still quite young, and I hope that, you know, he comes back to his previous form, you know, and starts scoring these goals for us. He's a great player. He's fast, you know.
Intelligent.
He's an intelligent footballer, yeah, as you say. But this is what we need, yeah. And as I see, you know, Graham Potter giving his interview that, you know, these players, you know, even though we hero worship them sometimes, you know, or we see them as superhuman, they're not. They're human beings, yeah. We don't know what goes on, you know, behind the facade and everything else. But, you know, I do believe that there will be greater, you know, performances from Pulisic in the future. So, yeah, overall, great player.
Yeah, and I just do think now Graham Potter's in, everyone has a fresh start. Everyone has a fresh start and a new beginning and an opportunity to impress with the Graham Potter. And I do think Pulisic is going to come good. I do think he's going to come good. Let us know your thoughts on that as well, guys. We'd love to hear your thoughts on this. Moving on to the final player, and it's Amando Broja. Striker. Not Montenegro, Albanian striker, you know, very young, high potential, very high ceiling of potential. What style of play does he play? He's aggressive, he's fast, he's strong, he wants to be in the action. Did you see his counter-attack against Salzburg the other week? His fast counter-attack that he started from one end of the pitch to the other. It just shows he's got a willing to play. He's got a willing to work hard and, you know, create stuff for great chances for Chelsea. And I do think he'd be an absolute gem of a player. Do I think he's going to start straight away? No. Do I think he'll come into the team eventually and thrive? Yeah, I do think he will start eventually. It's whether a case of Graham Potter wants Aubameyang to start or Broja to start. Does he favour Aubameyang because Aubameyang is the more experienced? We don't know. But I think we're going to see the best of Broja and Graham Potter. Dad, your thoughts?
Yeah, another player, next generation. He'd done very well when he was playing for Southampton. He scored a couple of goals there for him as well.
Yeah, 6 goals in one
Six
season.
goals in one season.
For your first time in the Premier League,
first time.
Under a Southampton team, who doesn't score many goals anyway.
Yeah, so this sort of gives an indication of what he's going to be in the future. Now I'm just talking a couple of years, yeah? And I think to play him, okay, you may not play him for the full 90 minutes, but to play him, you know, for at least, I don't know, say 30 minutes of a game.
Half hour, 20 minutes.
Or play him one half, you know, and change. But whatever, you know, this lad, he's got so much potential. He's a rising star. And, yeah, you know, this is the problem in the past where they haven't played these players, left them redundant on the bench, yeah? And basically they've ended up somewhere else, either on loan, being sold, and then you just see their stardom come out and you're thinking, why the hell did we get rid of that player? Yeah.
Do you know what? And in Broja, I don't know if you agree or disagree with this, Dad, and I don't know about you guys, but let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear this.
Yeah.
I'm seeing shades of Diego Costa. That aggressiveness, that willingness to drive forward with the ball, that ability to just take the ball and create something from nothing. That is also shades of Drogba that I'm seeing. Because Drogba took the ball every time he got the ball and there was nothing on, no chance, nothing. Drogba turned it into something in just a split second. He took something and made it. He took nothing and made it something.
You can't pussyfoot, can you?
You can't, no.
You know, and then you end up bottling it. Yeah. You know, I've seen, you know, a few games that's been played recently, and when there's been open a goal, and you.
Look at that chance, Chad, the other day against Salzburg. That is something that Drogba would just
That's
eat
an
up.
example.
That Drogba, Costa would eat that up, no problem.
How can you not, you know, put that in the back of the net.
You know what I mean? It's crazy.
Yeah.
But guys, listen, look. Overall, we've picked Kearney, Chukawa, Christian Pulisic, and Amanda Broja. Look, overall thoughts from me. Kearney, Chukawa, definitely one for the future and one for sooner rather than later. We need to give him opportunities now. He needs to develop now for him to have a real chance, because as we know, academy players at Chelsea have not always fared well. So I think he needs to be soon.
Yeah.
And I think we're going to see it very, very, very soon. Pulisic. Actually, before we move on to Pulisic, Dad, overall thoughts on Chukawa? You know, just when do you think it's going to happen?
Well, you know, it's going to happen soon. Yeah, you know, that he's been given time to play. Yeah, time to, you know, reach his full potential, get out there, you know, build that confidence, yeah? And that's the only way you get it. You know, it's not by sitting him on the bench and giving him 5 minutes towards the end of the game. That is no good whatsoever.
It's always about
yeah?
building
You know,
blocks.
it's about building, yeah? And building, you know, that potential, yeah? You know, rising him above, you know, where he is now. And that's the manager's job, yeah? And trainers.
I do think Graham Potter's got that in him to get a player like Chukawa play.
Yeah, I think he's a fair man. And, you know, I think in the past, you know, I'm not going to mention any names of managers, there's been a lot of favouritism. Yeah. And you've seen the same players, even when in previous games they have done a ship performance, yeah? And the manager still got him on there. And you're thinking, you know, why don't we just sort of, you know, raise this up and put, you know, so-and-so on, yeah? And you're thinking, why is he there again? Werner, you know?
Werner needed plenty of time.
Yeah.
We needed to give... I think... I'm kind of sad we let Werner go, because I think with a bit more time and a bit more work under Graham Potter...
Well, look at him. I know there's a difference between
yeah,
the Premier League
and
the German League, or Farmers League, whatever you want to call some of these, you know.
He needed time. And I think under Potter he would have got time.
They're very good tactically.
Yes.
Yeah, they're very good, you know. But like I say, in the Premier League there is so much physical contact. Yeah.
Yeah.
And you know, even some of the British players, you've got some of the best footballers in the world.
Yeah, exactly.
So,
I mean, look, moving on now to Pulisic as an overall thought. My overall thoughts on Pulisic is he hasn't had the greatest start to his Chelsea career. He hasn't had the greatest couple of years with injury. But now is the time that we'll really see if the proof is in the pudding. I think we're gonna see a good Potter play Pulisic a few games and see how it rolls. And if it does well, then great. But if it doesn't, we can move on and we can try and find another solution. But I do think it's going to work out. Dad, do you think it's going to work out with Pulisic?
Yeah, you know, when I say given time, you know, we don't want to be going through, you know, sort of like weeks, months, where there's poor performance, you know, this has to be addressed. But I can see, you know, a reflection of his past play, and I do believe that he will be back, and very soon as well. You know, to his scoring ways,
Exactly. And moving on now to Broja as an overall thought. Broja, overall thoughts from me. I do think he's a fantastic player, and I do think he's got plenty of potential to give to the team. I do think he's worthwhile in giving a chance. Whether Potter favours him over Aubameyang at the moment, I'm not sure. But yeah, I'm assuming he's going to get plenty of game time because under Potter, as we know, he likes to fulfil the youth prodigies and bring them in and get them going. Dad, your thoughts on Broja overall?
Yeah, you know, huge potential. I say, you know, let him play. Yeah, you know, give him, you know, a reasonable amount of minutes out on the pitch. You know, bring this boy on. Yeah, and okay, you've got Aubameyang. Yeah, Aubameyang got years of experience. Yeah, knows the game inside out. Yeah, great player. And you know, as Aubameyang goes out, so Broja comes in, but in that meantime, you know, they must sort of like carry
embed
on.
him in.
Yeah,
Embed him in.
carry on with embedding him and his apprenticeship and everything else. Yeah,
I do
and
think-
yeah,
But yeah, look, guys, that's all 3 players from us. Let us know your thoughts. Who would your 3 players be? Let us know in the comment section below. We'd love to hear it. If you have enjoyed this video as well, please make sure you like, comment, subscribe, turn
yeah.
notification bell icon on to be notified when we upload. Share this video out.
Hit that button.
Now we are really going forward. We are now back full time on YouTube, so be ready for that. There's plenty more to come for us, especially in regards to watch-alongs. As you know, we're going up to London, not this week, not next weekend, but the weekend after. We're going to be doing match day vlogs, match day predictions, match review, match preview, etc., etc. There'll even be a tour video going up, so don't forget about that as well.
Yeah.
And guys, listen, if you have enjoyed the video, as I said, please make sure you like, comment, subscribe, share this video out as much as possible, guys. And we will see you guys tomorrow for the next video. Take care, guys.